Hey guys, it's Brian, and I've got a little bit of a snack to talk about with you guys. I'm going to come straight out and say that this one is, I think, disappointing, but I also have the feeling that perhaps I did this the wrong way. So, what we've got is Pepperidge Farms Milano cookies, but they're not Milano cookies. These are London Fog edition Milano cookies. So, Milano cookies, they're those sort of like long john shaped, little thin vanilla cookies with just some sort of like chocolate or dark chocolate right in the center. I don't think they're bad, but I'm also not the right person to ask about cookies in general because it's just not something that I normally eat. Fine, whatever, that happens. What's the issue here? And what is this London fog thing? Well, apparently, this is Earl Grey tea flavored. Now, I don't drink tea either. I think tea is great. I love it. Rob was into tea for a while. Another buddy of ours, Nathan, was into tea for a while. And I was more than happy to try that stuff. It was great. I don't have the patience for it. I don't keep it on stock. And to be honest with you, as a cold weather guy, I generally speaking am not looking for beverages that might heat me up. And it seems like that's kind of a thing people do with tea. My experience with Earl Grey actually comes in ice cream flavor. Do you guys remember we did a couple of kind of weird ice cream flavors even here on Bud Suds and Duds? And the company that did that, whose name is completely escaping me at the moment, they had a regular flavor for a time that was being sold at the grocery store I go to. It's disappeared for a while, though. I don't know what happened there. They had an Earl Grey tea flavored ice cream. Tried it. I thought it was really good. It definitely had a flavor that I would describe as unique. I couldn't 100% compare it to anything else that I had had, but I liked it. So if I'm okay with Milano cookies, and this is Milano cookies, but with Earl Grey, what's to lose, right? Well, I should stop feeling that way about things because it never goes well. And that's what we ran into here. These aren't bad. I don't dislike them at all. However, it's one of those things where I feel like I'm not getting the big difference. Now, I was trying to indicate this might be my own fault. I did say, oh, I might have done this wrong. What does that mean? Like dipping the cookie into something? I don't know. Was that a thing? I didn't think about it until now. Maybe I was supposed to do that. I think I should have bought the normal Milano cookies so I could actually have them side by side because to me, it mostly tasted just like another Milano cookie. I didn't really get that feeling that this flavor was different. It was something else. And I think it was just enough, despite not having that comparison, to go ahead and do a quick review, Bud Suds and Duds, on it before we get into a new game. That I can't help but think I didn't run into that with the ice cream. When I had gotten that ice cream, I didn't go. At one point, I said to myself, I don't really know what Earl Grey tastes like. Am I going to be cool with this or not? And then I ate it and I thought it was great. And I thought it was something that stood out. And so shouldn't that have happened with these cookies too? I don't know. I feel like it's just lacking in some sort of pop, that set off all on its own. Something should have sort of stomped its way into my brain when I'm eating this cookie that says, yeah, this is definitely different. And from there to decide, do I like that difference or not? In this case, it's okay because I think it's mostly just what I kind of remember Milano cookies tasting like. So maybe you want to give it a try. I don't know how long they're going to be out for. I almost didn't even see them. I just happened to actually stop because something tipped over in my cart. And when I went and I picked up that and I happened to look to my right, I'm like, what's this mean? London fog. What is that on this package for? And that's how I, ended up coming to it. So give it a try. If you like cookies, you're going to love it because it's a cookie, right? But maybe you're going to get more out of the flavor than I did. And maybe not. Maybe you can try it and you can tell me, hey, Brian, you're right. Where's the flavor? In the meantime, let's go ahead and taste a new game. been a rough week. At least, in my opinion, it has been for me. But it's Friday. And it's buds, suds, and duds. But we're going solo again. Gone Rogue is a game I apparently own that didn't have a whole heck of a lot of attention paid to it. It has less than 300 reviews on Steam. So that silence in the music was not the game's fault. It's because I alt-tabbed out. But I'm back in now. So Gone Rogue, I don't know what kind of game this is, except for the G is clearly an open lock, and it says Rogue. It looks like a crowbar. And then this dude here is wearing a mask, let alone in the lower right there. They say the sequel to Gone Rogue is already in development, and that is apparently called Deserter. So it sounds like we're playing a bad guy. I think what we're doing here is we're going to be stealing stuff. I do find challenges in this menu to be kind of an interesting thing, because I guess I don't really know what type of game this is, right? So let's do something. Profile name is not Jack. It's got to be Monterey Jack, the cheese. And difficulty normal, sure. Let's start a new game.
War, senseless slaughter, lasting for decades, could not but disfigure our whole world. The war turned the state into an ideal conveyor belt for turning people into cannon fodder. We didn't even notice how slogans overshadowed feelings. Orders replaced logic. Doubt became betrayal, and ideology became truth. It's the perfect time for the reign of hypocrisy and lies. But at the same time, I feel that the state is declining. Hunger, disease, suffering, and death. That's all I see around me. For me, sneaking around the streets at night in search of food has already become a habit. Although this time, I decided to act big.
Okay, we're starting a little dystopian here. Didn't expect it to have me click here. Okay, I thought that was putting me into gameplay right away. A butcher shop on the very edge of the city slums. The owner is a rude, nasty individual who sells meat of similar quality. However, due to the surprisingly affordable prices, the shop is in great demand throughout the quarter. We got two goals, a main and an addy. The main is to rob the cash register in the butcher shop while trying to steal more than 75 little ones. Oh, I like the little load icon thing. Oh, we're way over here. Okay. So left click to move. He does so at a walking pace. Okay. Okay. Got it. Trying to stick to these areas. Oh. During the job, Jack may encounter both neutral and hostile characters. Neutral characters are not dangerous, and sometimes you can even chat with them. However, hostile characters should be avoided. If Jack enters their field of vision, they will raise an alarm. And I just noticed there's a clock counting up. So I can pause. I can look around while paused. So that's nice to know. Okay. Little speed running thing here. I freaked out for a second because I went to check if WASD worked, and that's when those things came up. Now there's something over here. It says it's a hint. When a hostile character sees you, his field of view begins to turn blue. If the blue color touches Jack, he will be spotted. Okay, so it's not just in the cone, it's in the cone for long enough for that to get there. Interesting that they went with the color blue. Oh, I was like, why isn't it? I had to click up there, that's why. So, yeah, we've got a guy watching here. Where he is? This guy is on patrol. This is the butcher's shop, I think. We don't have a way of going to the left here. I'm going to have us go this way. Oh, look. Oh. What is that saying? Oh, okay, that's nice. I'm going to say the little heat wave effect there is a little too wide for that can. I don't think it should be making the trees look like that. Oh, wait, are these blowing? Oh, no, it's windy out. Okay. Not the best time to talk. Okay, they said we could talk, but I guess at the moment we can't. Jake can climb over fences as well as climb some boxes, pipelines, and other objects. So I see he's getting up on the boxes, dropping down. Okay, now to climb the fence, he had that hand icon over it. What did he do for the... Okay, I see. He naturally follows the box path otherwise. Okay. So yeah, that's this section. We got a light over here. Now, there was... Yeah, I know it's a good place to climb Monterey Jack. Now, there was a dude patrolling. What happened to him? Okay, here he is. I don't have a Soliton radar to help me out here. Now, you guys, keep it down, okay? We're being sneaky. Okay, I was wondering about that. I was wondering if that would make noise, if noise is a part of this or not. Oh, what is this? Hold down the left mouse button on the interactive object to display its action menu. Okay. I was wondering about that because I didn't see the thing come up before. You know what, though? How wide are you going? Yeah. Oh, I see there's a little eye icon over his head. Yeah, okay, so that's how you tell thief style if you're in shadow or not. Can we... It's an unlocked window. What does this do? That's what I was hoping it would do. Okay, closes on its own. F to click the nearest item, otherwise click on the item to pick it up. I don't care that the last save was 5 minutes ago. So a crowbar, I don't know what those stats mean. Oh, I saw Alta highlight objects. Okay. You can talk to some people. Yeah, I thought so. Oh, what? That patrolman is going by very quickly. Oh, each locked object has its own difficulty level for breaking. Easy, normal, high, etc. The difficulty of break-ins or pickpocketing that Jack can attempt is determined by his skills and is indicated in their descriptions. Jack can attempt to pick locks that are more difficult than his skill, but his concentration will decrease by 1 point each time. The lower his concentration, the longer it will take him to pick locks and pickpocket. With 0 level of concentration, his tools may start to break. Okay, got it. Is this my concentration down here? It is. Okay, so I have the equivalent of 4 ranks of concentration. Let's test this out here. Oh, what is this? Canned food. Don't mind if I do. All right. You know what? Let's press Alt. Okay, it also highlights all interactables. Okay. So let's try picking this lock. Oh, it makes noise. Because I'm using that crowbar? Okay. So there is a noise situation to keep in mind. Another crowbar. You can never have enough. Oh, you can turn off the lights. That's an interesting idea. Let me go behind this. I don't want to do that when he's walking right by. Okay, context menu freezes time as well. Good to know. Get some wine. I think the first value is money. Where is that guy? Okay. We're going to try opening up this table. Oops. All right, yeah, there's some money. Hot pepper. That is useful. That's how you make things tasty. What is this about? Huh. Okay. That window looks boarded up. This one... We could do that, but we're going to do something else. Instead, we're going to walk around as this guy goes around. I don't want to overuse my stuff. Still going to turn everything off because I have no idea if at some point I'm going to need to run or not. Okay. So we were told we can talk to some people. And we got a little talk icon. So, yeah. Please, sir, I can tell by your walk that you belong to the high party. Am I correct? Actually, I'm independent. I don't know. What a shame. If you did, I would gladly shine your shoes and at no cost. Why do you do it for free? Allow me to share a little secret. I do it to shame the servants of the party. It's common knowledge that those with shiny shoes are often not worth a dime. Therefore, I am unveiling their true colors for all to see. Smart move. I appreciate your kind words, sir. Need any help, mate? I can grab some grub for you. Thank you, no need. When night falls, I sneak into the nearby yard and score some meat scraps from the pit. But I sense you might be able to assist me with another matter. All yours. Recently, I reunited with an old mate and we drowned ourselves in booze, but when I woke up sober, my war medal was nowhere to be found. Initially, I suspected my friend of swiping it, yet he claimed that when we hit rock bottom cash-wise during our drinking spree, I staggered into the nearest store and pawned the medal for more booze. My memory fails me. I have no recollection of that escapade. Since then, I've sworn off the bottle entirely. I reckon the butcher is still holding onto my medal. He won't hand it over willingly, but perhaps you could try your hand at retrieving it? Yeah, what's the deal? Is it worth much? It's not about the value in this case, sir. The medal always served as a constant reminder for me, not just about the war and my fellow soldiers, but more importantly, it kept me in touch with my true self. It sort of filled up this void in my chest. Now that it's gone, a sense of emptiness and despair haunts me, whispering that I'm merely a useless wreck. Hence, I'm not asking for the medal back, but for my emotions, memories, and dignity. Restore my spirit to me, if you will, sir. I'll try. No harm in trying. I can't snuff the light from the thing. probably a terrible idea, but I'm doing it anyway. That looked like it was going to go a little differently than I thought. Hey, there's a document down here. I think that's why they wanted you to alt-highlight earlier. Notification of the civil court to Susan Bones. On September 10th, 1964, your husband, Thomas Bones, was sentenced to death. Sentence was carried out on the same day. Miss Bones, it is your responsibility to pay for the work of the investigators, the court costs, and the execution of the sentence. $67.50. Well then. Seems pretty crappy. Where is he? Okay. So let me get a look here. We've got this back door that's locked. I do feel like I am going to have to rob this guy. Yowza. That's really tight fitting. How close does he get to these? Yes, he gets right up there. So that's where we're going to try and get him. Okay. Everything is moving very smoothly. Everything looks good. Got no complaints on that front. Oh yeah, what am I supposed to do? Hit. Oh, no. Hang on a second. I forgot. My function keys are not set to act like function keys right now, and I just lost everything that I was looking at. I thought I shut it off. Thankfully, that didn't happen. Turn. Yeah, okay. Really? Okay. I'm going to give up on that method. We're going to brute force it. Oh, it's telling me to actually do it the other way. Okay. I was trying to be fancy pants about it, but fine. Okay. Oh, what's this? Hostile characters may notice when items are missing. Sometimes it's better to avoid stealing inexpensive items if you don't want to cause an unnecessary alarm. There's a chain on this door. I have to look for the keys. I'm definitely not breaking into it with a... Oh, he's talking about this one. Okay. Enemy characters can raise alarm if they notice his presence. They can call for help, chase him, or go inspect an area. Yeah, I kind of noticed that when I was futzing around. Okay, so we're looking for the keys. People may notice things. Rotten meat, cleaver, rotten meat. So the cleaver is tempting to take, but I don't think I need it. Oh, how do I... Okay. What's this guy doing? Looks like he's just looking around. So there is... Yeah, go to sleep, dude. Many characters may carry valuable items that you can try to steal. Okay. Here's my question. So that door is closed. I cannot turn off this light. Oh, there's a light switch there. Is this... Did not realize that was going to happen. Why is the light switch to that room out in the hallway? Okay, let's watch him for a bit here. He's reading and writing and arithmeticking. Then he gets up. He looks at the Maniac Mansion grandfather clock. He sits down again. Okay. There's the metal. There's a letter. Butcher's angry letter. Bobby, those meat products deliveries are late. Again? My counters are empty, and so is the pit in the garden. Your people better haul in 24 meat carcasses before sunset, or I'll have to get me a new supplier. P.S. And fetch me fresher meat. The reek of dead meat is starting to hurt my business. Oh, official underpants. You don't want to mess around without the official underpants. Close the door. I'm liking this so far. It's a very fun little puzzle game. I'm guessing over time I'm going to be pretty bad at it. I wouldn't say I'm the best at these types of games. I usually need some sort of like brute force option just in case. You know. All right, the light indicator shows Jack's level of stealth in darkness. The detection rate by hostile characters is reduced. Jack can hide behind small objects and bushes to increase his stealth. However, running will attract attention, even in the dark. Yeah, looks like... Is that the light switch? It is. Let's take care of that right now. Excellent. Okay. All this food is bad. Let's see what's in this newspaper. Hey, that light's not actually out. This weekly bulletin. It is undeniable that past errors, fueled by lackluster political leadership, have resulted in dire consequences such as poverty, famine, illiteracy, and industrial decline. These failings ultimately led to the onset of the Great War. While it is easy to hold contempt for such missteps, we must recognize that repeating them would be an even greater disgrace. The societies of the past were characterized by discord and strife, rendering them vulnerable and feeble. To avoid a similar fate, unity must be our guiding principle. We must remain steadfast in our allegiance to the directives of the Supreme Committee. Each and every one of us has a duty to contribute to the welfare of the state. With this collective effort, we can thwart any threats, whether they stem from external foes or internal dissension. Remember, division weakens us, but unity empowers us. Let us uphold the eternal strength of the party as we forge ahead together. Oop, I meant to do this. Alright, all that's rotten. Everything here is rotten. I do wish that I didn't have to hold down Alt. A toggle would have been nice. Okay. So we're just gonna... Oh, we're gonna have to make some noise. Okay. I don't know why all of a sudden that wasn't working for me. I was trying to pause the game and it wasn't pausing. I really should never have bought this keyboard. I'm pretty sure that's the fault of it. At the same time, though, I think I was stuck, but I did want to look around. I guess I should have grabbed that butcher knife after all. Trying to think about how I could have done that either way. I don't know if... Here's what I'm not sure of. Did he come downstairs because I was making noise when going into the cash register, which was something I was worried about? Or was that a game trigger? What was that like, oh, hey, now that you're doing this part, he's got to come down, what have you. Where was this save? Or wait, hang on. So yeah, okay, let me pause here. I wanted to see where I was. So this is just when we came in here. And... we actually move over here. So yeah, we're gonna take the cleaver, and I'm gonna approach this differently, but I'm gonna do it on a different episode because I kind of like this, even though, like I said, I'm not gonna be good at this one. But let's see what happens. Let's see. I'm gonna have to murder. I mean, my choices in life are stealth or murder, and stealth always sounds great, but in the end, it comes down to murder. So kill you guys then.